Oh, shit. I'm on. Oh, what is happening? Let's see. Pop out the chat. Move the window. And Javier, good to see you. We'll get this thing rolling. I got 8:05. Fuck, it's almost like I'm on time. That's what the official start time was listed as. Tim Larson, hello, sir. Ron Clark, hello. Tonight's live stream brought to you by, let's see if I can't move that. Rock Brewing Company, Danville, Pennsylvania. Suppliers of this evening's fine Sour Girl Ale with guava. Pour some of that in my cup. I'll refill it as time needs. RJ, hello, sir. Jeff, Will, good to see everyone. Oh, shit. There's extra Sour Girl overflowing. Class was awesome. Steve, hello, sir. Scott Wexler, hello. I should have something up here for spills. And yet I don't. I'm glad you like it. I don't know if you're talking about the Gadsden Rattlers or the UW gear. They're both fantastic shirts. Speaking of shirts, I have one over there. Excuse me for a moment. I am back to clean up my mess with a shirt because I'm a slob, apparently. Now, if I'm real clever, I'll ring this back out into the cup. All right. Oh, the class was, let me get this back over here. Javier, the class was dynamic carbine all 3 days and team dynamics, which is essentially day 4 carbine. And it went very well. And due to the summer tour, or what were we calling this? Spring tour, the spring tour. I kind of counted this first trip back home as the finale of the spring tour. There is to be a big announcement tomorrow on all the social media platforms. So there is that. It will be happening tomorrow. Check the Instagrams, the Facebooks, maybe even the YouTubes. I doubt I'll make a video tomorrow. I have some videos to do, but I do not have do a video on this because I don't have enough footage to do a video on it. But beware, there is a big announcement tomorrow. If Dale Corbett is watching, he will be glad to know about this announcement. Javier, you have not taken day 4. It's the class you want to take. Scott, I could tell you, but I'm not going to. But, fucking tinnitus for flaring up again. We do have other things we can talk about. I don't know if you guys are aware, but yesterday, Defiant Munitions released 55 grain solid copper TCX. So Defiant Munitions over there has on the website 55 grain 223 solid copper TCX. Yes. TJ was there. Not this time, but the other time. So that happened yesterday. I think it might currently be listed as sold out, but over on Pete's website, he now has a section Under each product, you can enter your email, and as soon as he puts it in stock, it sends you an automated email telling you it's in stock. He has some coming in stock shortly. Again, they're still making it, so as they get it made, like at the end of a day or a shift, or I don't know how the production works, he'll be adding it to the website. So Tremis 2021, that's Tremis 2021, gets you 10% off. And Tremis 2021 gets you not only 10% off bullets, but any of the other stuff as well, including the coffee. I think I have right now somewhere on a UPS truck 14,000 grains of TCX coffee on its way. Yes, more carbine and night vision. Gabe, hello, sir. Scott, you could mosey your way out here in July. We have Dynamic Week, and you could choose to take the carbine portion if you want, or the whole thing, or the pistol portion, but regardless, any of that. Mike, hello, sir. I even brought my phone in case you wanted to just send a message and stuff. But no, you actually got on here. July what? Well, this is normally where my wonderful YouTube moderator gets on, and she gives us dates and a link. I have my phone in my hand. I opened the calendar. April, May, June, July. Dynamic Week is the 6th through the 12th. So the whole week is 6 through 12, which makes the pistol 6, 7, 8, which makes the carbine 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 9, 10, 11 for Dynamic Carbine and 12 for Team Dynamics, aka Day 4 Carbine. Yeah, I have to moderate my own because apparently she's late. If I was more talented while I talk to you people, I could probably get you a link. All right, it's streaming again. It froze. Mike, it wasn't you. My window at my end said paid and responsive. So, but like I said, if you wanted to take either the pistol or the carbine portion separately, shoot me a message. However, I will say this. At the regular stock price, if you wanted to take the carbine portion, the $300, and the Team Dynamics at $250, you could sign up for the whole week, which is 3 extra days of pistol. Even if you couldn't take them, it's only $666. So you'd save like $84 taking the last 4 days by signing up for all 7. So, like just trying to be helpful for those people who are out there watching. If you do not see it on the website listed so that you can split Dynamic Week up into multiple options, I will do my best to get that on the website tomorrow. Today was my first day of fuck off time since February. So I played Xbox and watched TV, and I watched Drive to Survive, like almost the whole season. And no, I didn't pay for it because fuck Netflix. All right. So that's going on. Wait, what was that? Oh, the class. We talked about the class. It was good. Lots of good people. And some okay ones, I guess. Oh, nice. Gabe got a Midwest upper. I saw they had some stuff in stock, and I was stoked for them. The entire industry across the fucking board is suffering from the inability to get parts, materials. So some companies like Colt makes everything. The fucking grip screw. They could buy screws. They make screws. They're having a hard time getting the material to make screws. Somebody like Noveski, they don't make any screws. They can't buy screws. I know Noveski makes their barrels. I don't know if they make any of their other stuff. They might have that contracted out, in which case then they can't get parts or materials. Like it's rough. Yeah, they did an Instagram post like yesterday or day before saying they got a couple things. So TJ, the Midwest mount the Holosun will fit well as long as you got an aim point mount, not like an MRO mount. Really? I don't know. I didn't go look to see what they had in stock. I just saw they had a post saying they had some things in stock. I know that Ballistic Advantage does not have bolt carrier groups in stock because they made a post about that today. Adam Hall, hello, sir. Sorry I did not get to see you on my trip south. No, I am not running for president. You know why I'm not running for president? Because it turns out the president does not have the authority to disband the federal government under executive order. That I would be willing to do. All right. What else did I want to talk about today? Didn't make a list because I was busy doing nothing. Study groups. We got a couple study groups coming up at the end of this month. They're going to be spent non-live fire in the woods. They are not going to be like land nav, although there will be some land nav skills involved. We are going to start with the Red Scott's thing start. We are going to do longer-ish range patrolling. Long being it's not quick patrol around some property, but not really long, like we're not going to patrol to New York, the state, not the city. So we will spend multiple miles all day in the woods with our shit, practicing some patrolling techniques. Then we are going to, on Saturday, the 24th, I think. Yes, I could look at my calendar. It's open. March, April, 24th, yes. And then the night of the 24th, we are going to set up an observation/listening post and man that all night long and then patrol out in the morning. At that point, we will debrief and maybe we'll leave and go get some food. And then anyone that wants to do study group on Sunday, we're going to come back a couple hours later. People can carry over from Saturday or not. And we're going to do the whole thing again with other people. So it will be 2 days of patrolling, including a night. Oh, well, TJ, you'll be on A Mountain. If we knew more about long-range communications, we could try to talk to each other. But I'm pretty sure the radios that I own I own a radio so that I don't have to yell. Like that's the point of my radio, not anything else. Let's see what else we got going on. This month there is another radio class in Danville. How to use your radio, your affordable ham radio, whether that be anything from the $20 potato fangs, Quanchang Baofangs, up through your few $100 handhelds. It is not a ham class. It is not set up a communications network class. It is how to talk to people in your group with this device that has the worst fucking instructions known to man. So that's what the class is about. Radio Ops Primer. Again, my moderator is not here to add a link. Oh, the moderator just popped in. She is welcome to do a link to the Radio Ops Primer that is coming up this month. We also have a 2-day land navigation class coming up in like the first weekend of next month, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Somebody will mention dates. That is up here in the Bloomsburg area. And there is a day of classroom and a day of not in the classroom. And that is not, it's not land nav, it's just navigation. So there's more to it than just how to read a compass and a map. There we go. Mike is dropping the dates all over the place. When I rest my foot on that thing, it's the tripod for the camera, and I get shaky. I'll stop doing that. Also, just added classes to Mandingo, Illinois. And if you guys Google that, you won't find an actually Mandingo, but that's what I call Marengo. So we're doing a couple days in Marengo. And later in the year, I'm going back to Del Rio. I am going to Del Rio via vehicle. So there will be a few stops along the way, not as many stops as there was on the last trip that went all the way to Del Rio. I also possibly have another travel trip in the works. I talked to a fella today about a whole different state that I've never taught in before. Maybe there'll be something new coming up this year. RJ just left the liquor store and had no flatboat. Luke Kane is listening. The flatboat was a big hit with everybody that's tried it. Yes, go get the bourbon. Flatboat, I recommend. All right. So that's going on. Gotten some travel stuff going in. Successfully, I would say, have lowered the round count across the board for all the classes as I saw fit, the way I had planned it over the winter. I had tried a couple of little things last year to lower the round count. And I basically sat down with a piece of paper and a pencil and listed them all and figured out what kind of new round count I would be looking at. I will be updating my website tomorrow on the gear list for the low round count. Team dynamics pretty much stayed with right where the round count was, but everything leading up to that, I have managed to drop a couple hundred rounds off of it. And you will get more reps without it, but the classes aren't so much about sight alignment and trigger press. They're more about the things in between the trigger presses. So we still get all those reps. We just get less trigger presses. Top off my wooden cup. Hopefully it doesn't overfloweth again. Finish off my 16 ounces of pure rock. It's better than 16 ounces of pure and anyhow. Well, that's good. So RJ says he shot about 800 in 3-day carbine class. And initially it was 1,000 rounds for the 2-day carbine class and 400 more for day 3. So it was 1,400 and he shot 800 and he could probably got away with like 750. So I've made the round count lower as best I could to help everyone. And we do less of the trigger presses when we're doing the other things. Yes, Crystal was up here for all 4 days and she was much more spry on day 1 than she was on day 4. So I assume that had something to do with the class and the great fellowship, because we did have wonderful fellowship amongst the students, even the new guy. Yes. One student brought not a full auto gun. He brought, I call it the fart gun. So it was the, somebody in there mentioned who made the thing, the FRT trigger. Somebody makes it. I can't remember the name. My friend Doug Hill is friends with the fella who designed it. But it will manually reset your trigger. Rare breed, that's it. The rare breed fart trigger. They named it FRT. That's fart. And like when it resets, like you can't hold it. It resets your finger for you. And you're still trying to hold it back. So it goes again and again and again. And it's pretty nifty. Kind of runs like a open bolt machine gun in that there's no like semi or safe. It is safe or fire. And fire is, if you want one shot, you gotta be real quick on that trigger. Oh yeah, TJ, you should have gone. We were waiting for you. But you blew us off because you had to celebrate Zombie Jesus or whatever it was you were doing. My son did take the class. His first full class was a 4-day carbine class. He did remarkably well. I introduced a brand new drill on day 4. I usually culminate my 3-day classes with our particular drill called the Symphony of Destruction. We have a carbine version and a pistol version. And now we have the War Ensemble. It is a step up from the Symphony of Destruction. And you'll have to come to a class in order to see it. There are targets, and there are target stands, and there are guns, and there's spray paint, and that's pretty much it. Take it easy, Scott. Colt, War Ensemble is something. Oh yeah, TJ, you moved on and you were happy with the symphony. You just missed the War Ensemble. Could have stayed. I mean, just saying, you could have. But there's always July. July what? This is where Crystal's supposed to tell us, but I'm pretty sure I already know it's the 12th. July 12th. It's a Monday. So there is that. And there you have my very first online review of the War Ensemble drill. You got to drag your friend out there, RJ. You got to get Joe in the fold and not just be some silly guy out there working on the tugboats. And, he says tugboats, but I'm wondering if it isn't a regular boat that just involves him doing some tugging. Anyway. TJ, I've seen you. I don't know if you actually eat any food or anything. I have the physique of a man that eats food. Oh, he does the tugging. That I can see. Joe, if you're watching, you brought this on yourself by not being there this weekend. Ooh, I found the 9-volt battery. It's still got some juice. I'll hold on to that. All right, so new drill, pimped out the classes. Pete's got ammo coming. He does sell coffee too. The discount works. What else happened within the last week? Yeah, I think that's about it. I have not yet eaten dinner, so maybe it won't make it. Maybe it'll be like 8:45 instead of 9 o'clock, and then I'll get out of here and go grab something to eat. I have something else to do this evening too, so I know, crazy talk, just total crazy talk. I lugged my dog. Well, I didn't lug. I convinced my dog to stick his head in the shower today, so there is that. Checking my text messages. If you guys got something you want to talk about, let me have it because I didn't make a list. I have not spent the last month very much paying good attention to current events. Oh, there's something I talk about in classes that I can bring up from a video I watched today, which probably isn't new, but I've been out of the loop a bit. So there is Adam Hall, I believe, is the one who shared the video. And maybe he wasn't, but we're going to give him the credit anyhow. Shared a video that I watched of a hostage shot taken in a prison, and I don't remember where the prison was. Look, he's taking the credit. And there was some body cam footage and security camera footage. A prison guard was taken hostage by the inmates, and you got a couple different views of the whole incident. And the inmate, a different inmate that had taken him hostage, another inmate had stabbed him a couple times in like the ass cheek. Like he wanted to inflict pain, but did not want to kill the guy. So that's why that stabbing him in the ass happened. But that it shows all the stuff. There's all these dudes, these prison guards, like they come in like a phalanx of guys, and they've got their shotguns aimed up there. And the dude with the pistol makes the hostage shot. Zach Bush, are you listening? Tim Morris, the hostage shot happened with the pistol, even though there were shotguns there. Dude shoots the bad guy falls down, all that shit. Hostage rolls down the steps. They scoop him out of there. And there's a female corrections officer in there who is not wearing a gas mask. She's wearing like a shirt. I don't know what for, but at any rate, I assume because she knows she's on camera and doesn't want to be identified later. But like, how many female prison guards are in the prison? I don't understand what the Smokey and the bandit look was. But she's screaming as people are talking here, as you can see, hostage out, which is quality communication. They're letting the other good guys know they have retrieved the hostage. Well, she lost her shit because she saw someone get shot. And she's screaming in a manner that I was like, what the fuck is she saying? And she just saying it over and over and over again. Eventually, I heard hostage out. Oh, they got the hostage out. But valuable lesson to be learned. In any type of fight, communication is a force multiplier. Like it literally is the most powerful thing on the battlefield is communication. And it is so fragile that if you just get excited, your own personal communication goes to shit, can go to shit. I'm not saying it will, it can. And in this lady's instance, it showed her lost her shit. And she was it was 3 syllables. It's kind of like somebody just grabbed a guitar, turned it into a distortion pedal, into a distorted amp, into another distortion pedal, and played 3 notes. It was like a velociraptor with a 3-syllable word. And because she caused her comms to go down. And that was very, very pungent. Like you could feel the comms breaking down, and not for any technical reason. So anyhow, that was an interesting video. I watched it on mute the first time. I think I've mentioned this before, and feel free to steal this for proprietary molecules and all that. But whenever there is any type of encounter that they have on video, if you watch it on mute, you'll be able to look at all the visual cues without having any of those affected with the auditory clues. Because once you hear things, you can't ever unhear them. So you can learn things from what you're seeing completely by itself. Things you may miss if your perception is colored by the things you're hearing. So I watched it a couple days ago on mute and was like, okay, that all looked pretty squared away. I had to watch it a couple times to see which dude shot. And I think I'll come back and watch it not on mute. And I wasn't sure if there would be much in the way of audio from the security cameras, because often security cameras don't have audio, or they do, it's fucking terrible. But they did, and the body cams obviously have audio. But so there was other clues to pick up with what you could hear, and that's when I found out today when I watched it that the fucking woman lost her shit. And I'm not saying it's because she's a woman. It was just easy to determine by the sound of her voice that it was a woman. Willie did stop by at class this weekend. He was meeting somebody there for some other stuff, and I had things to do. He did pop in, and it was good to see him. I ain't seen Willie in a while, and I miss his pretty face. But yeah, that was rough, seeing the other people doing all the cool stuff and then having to go like be an adult somewhere else. Jeff Ray says, Cry Nightcap. That is the name. Black or camo? Will it matter since it will be worn at night? Yes, because if the person that's looking for you also has night vision, the black will stand out in a way that the camouflage will not. I do not think the multicam is the best camouflage under night vision, but Cry only offers a couple of things, and of the ones they offer, the multicam is your best option. Oklahoma. Oh, that's where the prison riot was. Imperium updates. Colt wants to know the Imperium updates. So I went for I guess we'll call it a second phase taste test with like an extra month of aging in the rum barrels. And holy shit, did it get better. Way more rum flavored. And some other flavors. Ben, one of the owners of Rock God, said that like he's getting hints of like brown sugar. They didn't put brown sugar in it. I thought it was a hint of molasses. I have a non-beer palate. He has a beer palate, so I might take his word over my word. But shortly, like we're getting to shortly, there will be limited edition bottles. Rock God is not legally allowed to mail you bottles of their beer. I, however, am, well, I guess I'm probably not really legally allowed, but they can't take my license to produce, a liquor license or whatever the fuck license that they have. I can't lose that by shipping the beer. So the folks that I know, if you would like a bottle of the Imperium, as it gets closer to a release date, I will set something up so we can facilitate you purchase it and I will ship it to you. Yes, Steve is right. I also don't like black gear because black is a color that just stands out in nature horribly bad. I have no current Patriot Smoke updates. I don't know. I haven't talked to Yan. I talked to him one time via signal message, and it was something not related to smokes, and it was short and quick. Like I was driving and I had stopped for gas and I answered his question. He said something and that was the end of it. So I do not have any updates on the Patriot Smokes. So TJ has called dibs on bottle number 69. What I thought about doing was numbering all the bottles 69 because I'm going to hand number the bottles and then just sell everybody bottle number 69. They'll all think they got special one. And nobody can have bottle number 25. That's mine. And bottle number 1 is going to go, it's going to be a charity auction. So but check this out. If you want some Imperium and you don't get a bottle of the limited run of bottles, there also will be some on tap at Rock God. You can always just go buy it. Michigan, Steve Fisher. Aiden Don asks, ever worked with heard any good classes, firearms instructors in Michigan? Steve Fisher is in Michigan, and or Aiden. I said Adrian, maybe. Sorry, the font's real small, and I'm 47, so my arms aren't long enough to, really see well. Steve Fisher is out of Michigan, and I've taken a class with Steve, and I like Steve. He is good. His information is good. Admittedly, there's only so many ways, so many different things you can do with a gun in your hand. But his delivery is fantastic. And that, to me, sets instructors apart from each other, is how they deliver how to fight with a gun. Well, some instructors don't even talk about how to fight with a gun. They talk about how to shoot with a gun. But Steve is he has a good grasp at finding the student, going, all right, this is what you need in order to understand what I'm saying, and giving you that. Then I'm finding another student and doing the same. That is my experience with him. And I would absolutely train with Steve again. I have not heard anything bad about MDFI, and that's as much as I know. Oh, Mike Fiore says he called bottle 16. I should probably start making a list. If I only had like a top-notch moderator who could make the list for me. Steve Fisher's company is called Sentinel Concepts. So your search results, either Steve Fisher or Sentinel Concepts, will get you to the right place to find him. I don't know where he teaches in Michigan. I just know that he's out of Michigan. When I trained with him, it was in Wisconsin. So he had driven over and we had driven up. And 8:45, cutting it close. I can go up downstairs and heat up some jalapeno popper chicken my wife made. I guess it's kind of like a dip. But I will probably put it on like a tortilla, like a soft shell. Eat it like a wrap. I'll have to eat it during the next thing that I have to do, because like my night's going to be late. Tim calls bottom number 2. Was anything else that I... Oh yeah, that probably will... It will be good from the mouth to the belly, and the intestines will be rough. How many bottles will there be? Well, I would love to tell you. I have no idea. So they've got 2 rum casks full of the beer currently. One is going to be kegged for in the bar, and one's going to be turned into bottles. I don't know how many bottles that makes, and I have not seen any of the Rock Guide guys in the chat tonight to be able to like give me a rough estimate on what that would be. I hope at least 25. Obviously, it will be more than 25. But I don't know. I like even any number I might give you, I feel bad because it could be way off. If my moderator were on top of things, Crystal, she would message the fellas from Rock God and find out how many bottles there might be. Jeff, you will get a bottle. Dave Biggers has also called a bottle. Oh. That reminds me of something else I'm going to mention. But before I mention that, Uncle Gun says, what about a mead collaboration? So, flexin' riffs on here makes mead. Not that we're really doing a collaboration, but I did bring back a few pounds of honey from Fort Honey Badger, a.k.a. Sonny Pazikas's honey. It is the best honey I've ever had in my life. And I'm donating some of that to TJ to turn into mead. So while there might not be any mead collaboration happening, there at least will be some sales done to maybe someday in the future potentially make something that other people can get to. I don't know. I will tell you this. If when TJ makes mead, and I have no idea how long that takes, and I'll see TJ this weekend, I believe, where I'll give him the mead. So if he makes the mead and you want to come up here for a class, I will make sure, fucking guaranteed, that when I get my chunk of the mead that DJ makes, I will save you some. That's the best I can do. So a couple nights this week, and a couple classes I've had, a few people after class, we just came back to my house, which isn't even fucking close to the range. Hung out, shot the shit, and had a couple of beers, a couple of mixed drinks, cocktails, I guess they would be. If you were up here for class and I had some of the mead, you could always come over and enjoy some, as we enjoyed some good fellowship after class. I'm a fan of doing that kind of behavior, even though it's at my house sometimes with people that I don't really know that well. But somebody asked me once, like, hey, you're just inviting like your students over to like after class, like you're going to grab some pizzas, or, yep, sure, why not? And they're like, you don't even know those people. True. I am in the safest house like in town at that point. It's, 4 or 5 fucking squared away guys in the class. If I invite somebody new over who's also in class and they decide that they want to, I don't know, act like an asshole in my home, just don't see that happening. But if they did, like, I got a whole fucking crew of like squared away dudes. I try to be hospitable. Hospitable? Oh, yeah, hospitable. Doesn't always work, I guess, but I try. I love LCPC, where I teach all my Pennsylvania classes. But someday, if the right piece of property popped up and I had my own place, like I would make like a straight up fucking Viking style fucking mead hall that we would sit around and enjoy ourselves in the evenings. If I had a place. I don't think I can talk Joe and the fellas down there, Carrie, into making a mead hall, but I mean, you never know. And a backhoe. Yeah, I need a backhoe. Someone that knows how to run a backhoe. Although I've run a few pieces of heavy equipment in my life. A few pieces, like boom trucks and lulls and stuff like that. So having never run a front end loader, I'll bet you though that if you gave me a half hour to fucking play with it, I would mostly be able to not kill myself or anyone else with a front end loader. Ooh, a Mead Connex box. You can buy a Connex box. Now I just have to convince them to let me put an extra Connex box there just for the drinking. And fellowship. The fellowship hall, we will call it. Ooh. Shooter and Scholar says the mead hall is the best hall. So I have this running joke about who my favorite hall is. And for some time, it was Adam Hall versus Zach Hall. And, well, basically, I would say whichever one I felt the need would get me the best reaction at the time that I said it. And then once Zach got married to Stephanie, it became Stephanie because, well, she's a whole lot prettier than those two dudes are. And but a mead hall, that's a pretty good hall. Not gonna lie, that might be my top hall now. Speaking of mead, like we're gonna have to call the live stream ceasefire. There was not enough beer left, and the refrigerator is multiple stories away from where I'm currently located. but I got 8:51 anyhow, so I guess I can muscle it out to the end. So anyhow, short recap. Not the big thing, but the other thing I wanted to talk about, we got talking about mead. At the end of the year, Black Friday and Blacker Saturday. You are aware that there is a class at LCPCPC. It is a joint class between Definitive Training Solutions, aka Bush, myself, aka Tremis Dynamics. It is called Cold Weather Hot Shotgun. That is a parody name, but it is a serious class. It is a 2-day shotgun class. It has 3 instructors now. We are updated to a 3rd instructor. So you will get Garry Marr. You will get Zach Bush. The people that have signed up, they know that's what they're getting. There's still spots available. The 3rd instructor will be Dave Biggers of the Dave Biggers Experience, who will do an entire section of shotgun training at Cold Weather Hot Shotgun. Kapow! You can get me, Zach, and Dave all in the same class. And $100 of every tuition goes to the Zach Hall GoFundMe to help him with his cancer treatment. I don't know what else you could want in class other than to have it be about shotguns. So this is the level we have to do to get people to get shotgun training, is we have to add Biggers to the class and donate money to a good cause in order to get people to sign up. Well, not a ton of people, because there are still openings. So I'm not trying to make it sound like you're a horrible human being if you won't help Zach out by coming to the shotgun class, but it is stage 4 cancer. You could just come to class and help a man out. I just stopped and visited Zach on tour, and he seems to be doing well. He is certainly in good spirits. And Joe actually let him basically for like 3 hours do nothing involving actual work and entertain me. So I can't really say anything bad about my trip to Aklas. It was awesome being down there, other than it's in Louisiana, which I am not a fan of. I think I have been in 45 states, maybe 43 states, north of 40 different states. And Louisiana, so far, my not favorite. I almost said least, but it's certainly not in my top half. It's the only state I've been in the South that I didn't like south of the Mason-Dixon line. Anyhow, there we go. I mean, Adam Hall could come up here for that class. He could probably hitch a ride with Biggers. And I'll offer Biggers my couch, which means that I can offer Adam my cot if he needs a place to stay. I mean, it does help his brother out and stuff. Just saying. And it's Black Friday. Nobody works on Black Friday unless you work at like Kmart or any retail. So, Adam, just saying, I expect to get a notification any moment. Oh, look, Adam Hall signed up for Hot Shotgun. Uncle Guns is from there, and he left. All right. So that is the other announcement, not the big announcement for tomorrow. That's a world-changing announcement. Well, I guess if you go down to see Zach for Thanksgiving, that's kind of like helping him out. Although, yeah, we'll go with that. That's a good thing. Like, spending time with your brother is a good thing, and he will appreciate your company. I'm just fucking with Adam. For anybody else that's watching, because there are more people watching than just Adam, I'm just messing with him because he's a funny dude and can take a joke. So I'm going to get out of here so I can go heat up some chicken stuff and then come back and do some more work all the way up here on the third floor. I don't think I missed any questions. And Steve, yes, I heard about the most recent things about buildings, and I'm glad to see that that's going on. So all in all, I am going to check out of here. It's always good talking to you people, and I will see you guys like in a week, next Tuesday. I don't think I have anything on my schedule. And this next week, I'll make a list of things we can actually talk about so that I don't just ramble for 51 minutes and 24 seconds. Until then, you all take it easy, and I will see you in a week. I want to click.